Hello, my name is Ryan Anthony, and I'm a student in the 695 class with Dr. Carr. Today, we're going to talk about executive coaching. I have two sources that I will use. The first source, or one of the sources, would be Garvey's YouTube videos on coaching, and also Dr. Carr's book, Self-Mentoring: The Invisible Leader. So what is coaching, and how does it differ from mentoring? Now, in the previous previous paper I turned in, we discussed mentoring. Mentoring and coaching have some similarities, however, they are very, very different. So what are the similarities? Well, the similarities are you're going to have an individual that's trained or has experience in a profession. So it might be a principal talking to principal, a police officer talking to police officer, doctor to doctor. So you're gonna have individuals that have similar career paths, and one individual is gonna have more experience in that career area than the other. So the mentor is going to have more experience than the mentee, and the executive coach or the coach is going to have more experience than the person being coached. So those are some similarities. Now, how are they different? Well, mentors focus on relationships. Relationships are key in mentoring. And also, there's an established period of time, an extended period of time with the mentoring relationship. Now, with mentoring, you do have to have a cutoff. So I'm going to be mentored by someone for a year or 6 months. However, coaching is different because coaching has a very short-term agenda. I'm going to be coached for 2 or 3 weeks on a particular skill, and that's it. And I mean, good practice or good instruction is going to be based on relationships. However, coaching doesn't really focus on building a relationship between coach and coached person or trained person, or a trainee or the person that's receiving training, because the coach is going to be there for a brief amount of time, however long you pay for the professional development, or however long you're at the conference, and then they're going to the next city. And you're not really going to I can't really pick up the phone and call my coach. So the seminars I've been to or the trainings I've received, I don't have the person's phone number to call them and say, hey, I'm still having a problem with this aspect of the training. Can you help me out? Now, with my mentor, it's different because if I get some advice on how to deal with the situation, I can call the mentor and say I went through the situation and I received some kickback on this, or things with will, and the mentor is going to continue to work with you through it, but the coach is gone. Now, one important aspect of coaching, well, there's a couple of things, but a couple of things we're going to talk about first is that the coach must develop an understanding of the organization and how the organization works. So basically, why am I there to be coached? They're going to ask me, and let me use this example. I want to improve math scores in the school. I'm the principal of a school, and I want to improve math scores. So I'm going to go to a training, or I'm going to get a coaching on improving math scores. Well, the coach is going to ask me about my particular school, culture, climate, resources, previous test scores, and where we're trying to go. And he's going to help me set up, or they're going to help me set up a strategy for the organization. What works in the elementary school is not going to work in a high school, and is not going to work in a middle school, and vice versa. But they're going to give us a strategy for organization. And hopefully we pick the appropriate training. So as a middle school principal, I'm not going to go to a high school training and try to apply those principles in theory. Now, there might be some programs like AVID that go from elementary to high school, but basically for the point of this discussion, that's not what's going to happen. I'm going to pick something that's very specific for me. Now we're going to, you want to use the GROW model. And another aspect of coaching that I need to backtrack on, and the difference between mentoring and coaching, is that coaches are not going to share their experiences for the most part. They're just going to train you on the skill that you're trying to get, or the professional development that you're trying to get. Mentors are going to share their experiences, but not force their experiences on you. Example, when I was a principal, I would have done this in that experience. Not, when I was a principal, this is what I did and you need to do it. Mentor is not going to do that. And the coach is not going to share that with you. They're just going to talk with you about the particular skill that you're working on. So we're going to talk about the GROW model because Dr. Garvey talks about the GROW model, and the GROW model is goals, reality, options, and will. So when you're being coached, it's important to have goals about what you want to achieve and how you're going to achieve those goals. So we're going to continue with our goal on improving math. So if I'm being coached, I want to improve math, and my coach is going to make sure that I narrow my goals or I broaden my goals. But the narrowing of the goals is what's going to take place. He's going to tell me, if I say I want to improve math in the school, he's going to tell me, you need to pick a specific area, specific grade. Are you trying to improve understanding math? You're trying to improve math concepts. You're trying to improve instruction. So I'm trying to improve instruction in 6th grade math particular. He's going to survey the organization again, help me survey the organization. How many math teachers do you have in 6th grade? How many students do you have? How many advanced students, regular students, exceptional children students. What resources do you have? Do you have target tutors in place? How many EC teachers do you have in place? How big are your classrooms? Are math classes bigger than language arts classes? Is there anything that you can do to decrease math numbers? Can you add teachers? So all of this is going to go through as we're surveying the organization, and we're putting a strategy together for how the organization works. But that relates back to goals, because the goal is for me to improve math instruction in 6th grade. Then we're going to look at the reality of it. Okay, so you have to explore your current reality. For example, in my current situation, my current school, I'm not able to bring in additional teachers from the high school or from other middle schools to make my math classes smaller. Now, in theory, that sounds like a great idea, and I can write anything down on my goal, but is that goal attainable, and is it a reality? The coach is going to help keep me focused on what we're trying to do and what resources that we have available to make our goal a reality. So it's important to explore your current reality and navigate or work within your current reality. So if you only have 3 math teachers, don't make a plan for 6 math teachers, because you don't have them. Your current reality is 3 math teachers. Options, explore your options. The coach is going to help you with this GROW model about exploring your options and how those options can be used. So once again, sticking with math, do we have funding available to add additional staff members in math? Can we create a math enhancement class? Can we provide professional development for our teachers to improve math engagement? So all of this will come out of the options phase with the GROW model. Also, what will the motivation be to move forward? Now, the current motivation is going to be our current math scores. That's the baseline for what we need to do in order to move forward. However, the coach might say, or well, that's going to be the current motivation to move forward, and then we're going to tie that back into the goal as we want to move from 40% to 60% or 40% to 80%. But what is our motivation for moving forward? Hopefully our motivation would be to improve instruction for students and to make students' lives better, and so that they will have a better understanding of math. Dr. Carr talks extensively about the importance of the relationship with the coach, self-awareness, and that goes with the self-mentoring process. But she also talks about, or in the book it also discusses, the environment and ways to interact. So that was a great resource, as well as I've been moving through this class. So to sum it all up, the difference between mentoring and coaching is simple. Mentors build on relationships, someone that you can call on for a set period of time, while coaches are in your life for the short term, and they're there for very targeted, specific reasons. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.